Hi, welcome back to Ensign Equipment. I'm Andrew Hartline, Sales Manager here, and I got another application spotlight to go over with you today, and it's going to be on the dumping systems that are right behind me. We just finished this project up, and what we put together was a container dumper on a stand into a surge bin with a lot of focus on ergonomics for operators, safety for operators, as well as contamination prevention for the material stream going into it. So let's take a look. First thing I'm going to highlight on our bins here is our side drain out valve. So oftentimes we've got customers that we provide storage solutions for that the bins are elevated to a height capable of allowing a Gaylord to go directly underneath the vacuum takeaway box. And then we put a slide gate or a butterfly valve on the bottom of that for any instances where they need to drain the storage bin. There are applications though for us where either a customer's trying to maximize the volume that they have within their ceiling height, or in this instance we're trying to mitigate how much the support stand is for the dumper to keep everything a little bit shorter. And we still need to facilitate for the customer to drain nearly all 90+% of the contents of the bin out from the storage solution. This may be because they've got a contaminant in there and they need to drain it and clean it, or they're doing a product changeover and they want to just drain most of the material out of the bin and then clear the vacuum line for the downstream system. When we are in those applications where we can't just discharge into a receiving device below the bin, we have an option for a side drain out valve. Basically it's a disc valve that we couple to the cone of the bin. We put it at the lowest or near lowest point, whatever the height makes sense for the container that they're going to put in here, and that allows them to easily open and close that disc valve to drain material into a different device other than the storage bin that we've provided. The next option that we included on each one of these three bins is going to be a low limit switch as well as a critically low limit switch. These are both 30mm proc switches, and they're coupled to our alarm box. So this alarm box that we've got here, each bin has one, and we provide a keyed system so that maintenance or management can turn on the alarms and allow the material handling people to utilize the machine without circumventing any of the safety features that we've put into it, so that there's awareness of what the material level is. So there is an audible alarm as well as a visual. I'll turn these keys on to kind of show you what we've done here. So when the alarms are all on, you're going to see the low limit switch turns on, and that's indicated by a yellow beacon light. When we hit a critically low, then we identify that by a red light. And so each one of these bins has not only an audible, I'll turn those off, not only an audible, but also a visual indicator. The reason why these control panels are not necessarily tied to the specific machine is because they've got a wall in their plant that they are going to locate these that is a good visual marker for all people on the plant floor. The other options and accessory items that we want to highlight on this project are going to be best suited seen up on the operator platform. So let's head over there and then we'll highlight those. Now that we're back up on the operator platform, this platform is going to be the operator station for both of these container dumping solutions, and then the third station is over on the second operator platform. One of the things we wanted to highlight while we're up here is going to be the covers for these bins. So you can see we've got a large plexiglass cover, and this is actually a hinge door that opens up. So when they're not discharging material into this bin, the door can be closed, but still have a very good visual inspection of the material that's in the bin. And when they do want to discharge material, they can open the door like we have on this one here. And then we'll also see that these bins have included a grate. So the debris grate that's located inside the bin is a 1-inch square opening that was to the customer specifications, and that's going to help collect any debris that could be pallets, cardboard, large screwdrivers, or anything of that nature. But that's going to make sure that the downstream system isn't getting any type of contaminants from wherever these materials are coming. So we're going to be discharging regrinds of various different suppliers that the customer gets material from, and we don't necessarily know what's going to be in there with the material. We want to make sure that the only thing going through the grate is going to be what the particle size is that's required for the downstream system. So the last thing we're going to highlight is going to be the controls, and for that we probably should switch angles here. So let's zip around. So one of the first things that I had mentioned to you in this video was operator ergonomics and safety, which you can see behind me as well as in front of me. Is going to be 2-button controls. Operators are going to be really right in this interface of where the bucket of the dumper rotates over and into the bin. We want to make sure operators don't have their hands in the way to get into a precarious pinch point situation. So for that reason, we've got a enabling control and then the enabling control button, as well as the controls for up and down on the container dumper. So you can see I can't make this go up or down without also the second hand position. If I were to let go of either one of them, it stops. So there's really no way that an operator is going to be able to, be able to have their hands in a situation trying to get contaminants off the grate. They're going to need to have both hands on the buttons to make the machine go up or down. We'll rotate it over here just to kind of show you an example discharge. And the same setup is on all 3 bins. You can see across the way here. All bins are identical to each other. We've got a lot of abilities to customize, meet customers' needs here at Ensign Equipment. I hope this video brought you some value. If it did, please like, share, subscribe to our e-newsletter, and we'll catch you on the next one.